Ashwini, we are on live.
Hello, greetings everybody. This is Srini Tonta from Detroit, Michigan on behalf of LetUsTalkIt. So LetUsTalkIt is created to empower the community with a lot of information and take it from there. So we have great webinars going on every week, almost all the week except for Monday. And today we have a great session on personal branding by a great speaker, Bhavishya Pandit. And just in general, want to also mention about the youth series that we do every week. So we have today two youth webinar public speaking prep series. These are absolutely free of cost. One at 4 p.m. EST, which is about online education and the challenges posed due to COVID and the possible solutions. That is at 4. And then we have at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. It is about being thankful and what, why, how, also the significance of Thanksgiving Day. So thanks again for the audience for your wonderful support. And talking about today's speaker, Bhavishya Pandit. He's a LinkedIn content creator, a machine learning enthusiast, and a former data science content intern at Analytics India magazine and Machine Learning India. So he's going to explain to us on how we can establish ourselves as a promising and created brand with right best practices on the personal branding on LinkedIn. With that said, Bhavishya, we look forward to this great session. So please go ahead and over to you.
Thank you very much. And can you please confirm if I'm audible and if my screen is visible?
Yes. Your screen is all
Awesome.
blank, but it
Yes,
is
as of
visible.
now it will be. Yes. So hello all, and my name is Bhavishya Pandit, and today I'll be giving a session on how can you establish yourself as a brand on LinkedIn. So before going on to that, like there are a few things that I just wanted you to tell, and that is because we all, from all the other point, we all want ourselves to be recognized widely all over the world. So like every master was once a beginner, so you have to establish yourself as a beginner first, and you have to you have to accept it, and we'll have to work hard for it. So before jumping on directly to how to establish yourself as a brand, it is like a necessity for us to understand what is LinkedIn and how good is it for the same. So basically, LinkedIn, like we'll be seeing what LinkedIn is and what LinkedIn is not, just to get a better idea. Because if we want to jump into something, so it really becomes important for us to understand both the advantages and misadvantages, like what is the reality and what are the myths and misconceptions about the same. So LinkedIn is a networking platform. It is a platform where you can like network with a lot of people, like irrespective of their industries, irrespective of the age group, irrespective of the gender, caste, creed, anything. So it is a networking platform where you can network and interact with a lot of people. Secondly, LinkedIn is a platform to learn. And you might be asking, how can I learn from LinkedIn? It's like because it is a professional platform, so everyone is like there are a lot of people who post content. There are a lot of people who produce content for that. So you can learn a lot from them. So there are I personally post content which is more on artificial intelligence and machine learning, and which is more like coding based content, which actually helps a lot of beginners. So there are a lot of many people who are into different domains. Someone is posting other motivational things. Someone is posting on pharmaceutical things. Someone is promoting other innovative openings. So it all depends from person to person. So LinkedIn in that way actually helps you learn a lot of things, and it actually tells you how you can stay like up to date with the technologies that are like emerging technologies and all of that. Thirdly, it is a platform to engage with people. So when someone is posting content, you can engage with them. It's like if someone has posted content, that is like if I'm posting content and if someone is not able to understand one specific line of that, so he can surely ask me. Or if he's having some queries or something like that, so he or she can surely ask me. The same is for me. If I'm viewing or if I find someone's content really interesting and intriguing, and I really want to understand a few more aspects of the same, so I surely can ask questions to that. I can surely engage with that content, and he would surely be answering me. And all of these things are like give and take. So it is a platform to engage with people. It is a platform to engage not only with people but also with their content. Now coming up with what LinkedIn is, what is not LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is not a job search engine. It is the biggest misconception that a lot of people have, that LinkedIn is a job search engine. No, LinkedIn is a place where you are connecting with people of your domain, and then because of the quality that you are because of the quality that you are contributing to the community, then and there from your network people will come to you for the opportunities. It is just not like that. Yes, it is a feature of LinkedIn that all those job openings are being posted over there, but that doesn't mean it is a job search engine. So it is one of the biggest misconceptions, that people are having these days about LinkedIn. And second thing is, LinkedIn is not Facebook. It is like we all are very well versed with the term Facebook, and at Facebook, we send friend requests, and over here we are sending connection requests. I'm talking about LinkedIn. So in LinkedIn we send connection requests, and in Facebook we are more like we send friend requests. So in that case, what is the difference between both of them? It's like LinkedIn is for a different purpose, although the algorithm might be same up to a certain extent. Although the way of interacting, all those features, like now we also have like a video chat feature on LinkedIn, and we can all those emojis are there, like everything is there on LinkedIn. So, but the main idea behind the platform is different for both of them. Facebook is for connecting people like informally, or like when you want to connect with your family if you're staying far away or something like that. Similarly for the friends also. But where in case of LinkedIn, it is not like that. In case of LinkedIn, it is for you to connect with people who are professionally into the same thing as you are. Or if I'm not into, see, if I'm not into some domain, but I'm really very interested in it, if I'm really very interested in it. For example, uh, if a person who's producing physics-based content, or someone who's producing a content which is more on astrophysics or something like that, which interests me a lot. So I would surely be jumping myself into it. I would surely be sending him a connection request so that I'd be able to read his content more often, so that it would come into my feeds more often. And the third thing is it is not a matrimonial site. So one more, it's like you may think that what am I talking about, but it is a reality. So it is like, since it is a professional platform, not only if it is a professional platform, but it is like the people who does the person who's sitting on the other side of the table is a human. So we have to respect him. We have to respect his dignity. We have to respect him, his identity. We simply just cannot go over over this. It's like if someone is accepting your connection request blindly, it is because he wants to connect, he also wants to learn. Someone, it's like if you are on LinkedIn, if I'm sending connection request to someone, he's accepting it, even if he's not knowing me, even if he doesn't know me, because it's like he's having an intention that it is always good to have more number of followers. It is always good to have more number of connections, so that the more number of connections you have, the more people there would be to engage with your content. So that is why he or she might have accepted your request, but that doesn't mean you are going up with those matrimonial offers and something like that. And we have to like maintain that decorum and that discipline. So there are a lot of cases where there are a lot of women who actually post about all getting all these matrimonial offers, because it is not the right thing to do on LinkedIn. So these were a few things just to give just to give you a rough estimate of what this platform is all about. And now one might ask how popular LinkedIn really is. So I just don't want to jump into all of that history, but I'll just tell you a little bit of things. Like these are a few demographics that you can surely have a look at. It is like United States literally has the maximum amount of LinkedIn users, and it's like we have more than 706 million members across 200 countries. So that is a great number. And if I'm not wrong, India stands the second. If I'm talking about country, it has approximately 70 million. users. Yeah. So it is this popular, like it's like we can surely understand how much popular it is just by seeing the customer base it has. So there are a lot of things that would actually be taking a look at, and so this is why we should use LinkedIn. So there are a lot of people who use LinkedIn for different purpose. So you have to decide what your purpose has to be like. Uh, Nevertheless, all of these purposes are some or the other were interrelated to each other, but definitely there are some distinctions in each. So let us start with understanding how networking is a purpose. Networking is a purpose because, as I've just said, you'd be able to engage and learn more from the people whom you are connected to. So it also actually, if you want to, the first thing that you actually that you actually should keep in mind if you want to establish like a personal brand is that you should know what kind of people you actually want in your network. And what do I mean by that is, uh, how many it's like if I'm into machine learning, or if I'm aspiring to go into some data science firm or do some MNC something like that, then I must have people who are into the same firm, not only because of the opportunities but also because of the thing that I'd be able to learn a lot from the people who are posting content. Second thing is because of this personal branding. So personal branding is actually really important in terms of like in the year of this year to 2020, because it's like it is your digital resume. It's like how much credited and how much value you are having in yourself is can be represented, can be displayed by the fact that how much value you are adding to the community. So personal branding is just like that. Personal branding is about like if I'm supposed to give like an overview of personal branding, it would be like how much value you create and that is being felt on the other side of the table and it is being valued at the same time. That is what personal branding is all about. Third thing is, as I've just said, job opportunities. So LinkedIn is not a job search engine, but definitely one of the feature of it like job opening. It posts a lot about job openings. Is one of the features of LinkedIn. And fourth one is like to crack business deals. It is really a great one. Like LinkedIn is one of the best platforms, like multi-purpose platforms, which can really be used by freelancers. So if there are a lot of painters, like I've seen, there are a lot of painters, there are a lot of artists on LinkedIn who are actually posting their content up, and it's like they're getting a good amount of response, and then they are cracking those business deals because they are posting their content, the sample of their content on LinkedIn. And that is exactly how all of these things are working. Sixth thing is advertisement. If you're actually willing to advertise your product to uh, like a wide range of audience, then you can surely use LinkedIn. And seventh is like finding the right recruit. So LinkedIn is like there are a lot of people who use LinkedIn, so definitely there have to be a lot of recruiters also who would be using LinkedIn, because it is also like there are also people who are seeking for jobs over there. So there are a lot of recruiters who actually use LinkedIn just to find that there are a lot of talent acquisitions recruiters uh, who are actually looking for the right people. So it is also used by recruiters. Eighth one is like this is one of the best thing, because it's like you'll obviously see this point like almost in every slide of mine, because it is one of the best feature of LinkedIn, and that is learning opportunities. LinkedIn actually helps you learn a lot of things. It's like you simply can just scroll your feed. You can just log into LinkedIn without having any knowledge about a certain subject, and then if you just keep scrolling and keep reading what other people are writing, until and unless it is not a controversy, something like that, you'd really enjoy it. You'd really enjoy it because you are definitely are getting all of that value, and you're just happy with it. You're just happy with it, and that is how LinkedIn adds value to you. Now coming up with the LinkedIn profile and keeping like what all things should be kept up to date. So this is what my LinkedIn profile looks like, and like just an overview. I just simply cannot write it, like mention each and every detail of mine. And these are like I'll be mentioning a few things that are like a must thing to keep up to date. And these are like a minimum of four things. These are the minimum 4 points that you should keep updated on your LinkedIn. The first thing is the job change. So if I'm working somewhere at some firm and if I've changed that thing, I should definitely change it. I should definitely change it. It's like it's just the same way that we change our resume. We just have to do like that. The second thing is the about section. So when you open your LinkedIn profile and scroll a bit down, you definitely be seeing that one section which is of about section. So it is like if I'm hiring someone, if I'm a recruiter and if I want to hire someone, I just simply don't have even the slightest of the idea about that person. So what is that one thing that would actually give me a rough estimate of what kind of a person he is? That is his about section. So I'd surely be having a look at about section. It is that is why it is really very important to keep your about section as updated as possible because it would actually help you land better opportunities. The third one is the featured posts. Like there are different types of feature posts people keep in, and what do I mean by feature posts? So when someone is actually visiting your LinkedIn profile, there are a lot of posts that you can simply keep them as featured on your profile so as to help the other people so as to help other people understand and view those specific posts only. There are different kind of posts that people keep as featured. So if I'm looking for a job change, or if I'm looking for someone for a job opportunity, I can keep all those letter of recommendations over there. I can keep all those resumes over there. I can keep my best posts over there which have been loved by the people the most. I can keep a lot of different uh, like if I'm a founder of something, or if I'm trying to sell something, or if I'm a freelancer, then I will be keeping my featured posts, which would be centering more on the kind of uh, job I do, or the quality that I'm good in. So the fourth one is the accomplishments or certificates that you earn. So it is really very important for you to, it's like obviously, as I've just said, if I'm the recruiter, what is that one thing that would actually help me out understand how capable you are and how dense you are. So it is that one thing. So all of these things are really very important. And one among them is the accomplishments or the certificates that I have. Certificates actually help a recruiter. It is not the only thing that a recruiter would be looking at. If you're looking for a job change, then you definitely be in like you definitely need a recruiter to look at your profile. So in that case, accomplishments and certifications help you is like it gives a rough estimate of the kind of things that you have been doing in your past. Basically, resume is nothing but the history that you have, like a history of events that you have done till now. That is what a resume is, and that is why certifications and accomplishments is a part of it. Now, moving on to the next slide. uh, how to build a impressive profile. So there are these four quadrants that I've had made to build an impressive profile, which would actually help us out to understand what all things are there. And for the these four quadrants would almost be the same for any person, irrespective of the domain, irrespective of the kind of things that they have done. And the first one is projects. So projects is like how like we have to build impressive projects and showcase them. And if it is good enough, we can also write blogs about them. So it is like projects. What do projects tell about you? Like a unique project or a project done in depth tells a lot about you. And so that is why all of these things are really very important. So you should definitely be mentioning all your projects that you have done. You should definitely be doing as much project as possible. And let's have a look at the second thing. Second thing is storytelling. So now, if someone has done some certifications, or if someone has done a project or something like that, uh, how your brand would be established is also based on the kind of storytelling that you are doing. It is like obviously you would definitely not be the best storyteller over there, but it is really very important for you to understand how well you are doing over there. So storytelling is really must over there. And now, let us have a look at the third quadrant, and that is networking. How well you are able to network. And you might have seen that I have mentioned learning opportunities and networking. These two terms I have used a lot because these are the main terms that one needs to keep in mind to get the best from LinkedIn. Networking. You have to network with amazing people of your industry, clear your doubts, be mentored, ask questions, and ask for opportunities, ask for helps, ask you can definitely like there are a lot of things that you can do. So it is really very important for you to network with the right people. Fourth thing, helping. It is really very important for you to help others. It is like just imagine if you are not helping someone, and if someone is like you, then the whole world becomes just like one kind of person. So if everyone is just like the same person, then there would definitely be no one who would be helping you. So for that you have to believe that you should help everyone. It is there might be a possibility that you might be the only one who would help. So whenever you see someone in need, just help them, because it not only shows how good you are, but it also shows how responsible you are as a human. So all of these things really matter a lot. Let us look at the other section. Yes, this is one of the key things that we actually have to look at, and that is how can LinkedIn be the next best thing for you. So there are these 8 things that one should surely keep in his mind to get a better understanding of all of these things. The first thing is that you might have seen in the previous slides that there are over 700 million people out there on LinkedIn. So that is quite a number, right? So out of that 700 million people, how many people are actually producing content? It is less than 1% of the total. Like less than 1% of the people post content on weekly basis. So this is one like a good fact that you should know. And so the less amount of people are there, less the number, more is the opportunity for you to shine. Second thing is like obviously there are 99% people, there are 99% of the crowd is consuming, and only 1% uh, 99% is consuming and 1% is producing. So you can understand how abundantly you can just go viral in like in any way, like in your own way. So but for going viral, you just don't go viral overnight. Just to get that overnight success, or just to get overnight that factor of being viral, you have to work like for months, for years, just to get that overnight success, which we call like in this context it is being termed as being viral on LinkedIn. Third thing is organic reach. So it is really very important for you to understand how organic what and what do we mean by organic reach. So organic reach is like if we both are connected, and if I am commenting or liking your post, then all of the people of who are in my network would be able to see your post as well. So it actually helps you a lot. It's like it is not like Instagram. It's like if my post would be seen only by the people who are in my who have followed me if I'm having a private account. So in all of those things it matters a lot. So for someone, if what happens on Instagram is like if they want to see what kind of content I'm producing, they have to follow me. But over here it is not a necessity. They can get in touch with your content via someone, or with the help of hashtags also. I'm sorry. Fourth one is the learning opportunity. Yes, it has come again, but it is really very important, and it actually helps you to learn a lot of things, as I've been saying a lot. So you want to would learn not only from the people of your domain, but also from the people who are from different domains. So in that case, your knowledge base would increase undoubtedly. I mean, undoubtedly, really. Fifth point is platform to showcase your skills. So there are a lot of things that you can simply showcase on your skills, showcase on LinkedIn. Like previously I had mentioned, you can showcase your accomplishments, your certifications that you are doing. People often post about the things that they are doing. They often post about success stories. Like one more thing, when you are not that self-confident, and when you are not having that high self-esteem, and you're just getting intimidated by seeing what all things people are accomplishing and all of that, then that might just not be the right thing for you. But it is really very important for you to believe in yourself at that moment of time. So you can simply showcase a lot of skills over there, like from certificates to projects to like if you have cracked a new job or something like that. and people definitely love it. People love when you are happy. People definitely show support. So it is really very important for you to post all of those accomplishments and all of those skills in front of them. Sixth point is platform to find like people of the same industry. It's like it is really important for you to find like-minded people. So it is like if I'm into marketing, and if I'm and if I'm fishing for a good opportunity or something like that, it is really very important for me to find someone who's already there, because not only because he'll help me, because also but because he has been there for like quite for quite a time now, and definitely there would be a few things that I can learn from him. So all of these things do really matter. Let's jump on to the seventh point, and that is easy to find the target audience. Yes. As I've just said, since it has an organic reach, so if there are two people, if there are like, and if I'm interacting with someone else's content, then people who are following me would also be able to see what kind of content that I'm liking and I'm appreciating. So the person who has posted content, in that case, uh, not only he'd be able to get the likes and views and comments and engagement from the people of his own network, but also from the ones who are liking his post. So it is really an important factor over there. Eighth point is easy to connect to people. So if I have liked someone else's content, and I really appreciate it, so what I can simply do is I just simply can go to his profile and just can give him a connection request. And at times you can also write like a good message to him, that uh, in why are you interested to connect to him. So all of these things uh, like really do matter. So easy to connect, so you can just connect to someone within a click. So you are just one click away from connecting to someone. So let us jump on to the next section. Yes, this is really very important. This is really very important. Why do people not post content as much as they do on Facebook? And as you have seen, there are a lot of people, and like I just said, there are more than 99% of the people who are just consuming the content and really not producing it. So there are a few reasons for that. And we all know that professional platform is a platform where all your career is dependent on. So people just take it way too seriously than it has to be. So there are a few fears that I would actually be discussing about. And let us have a look at it. There are a few main reasons why people don't really like posting on content, and that is the only reason why they consume more than producing. So the first point is of public failure. So what do I actually mean by saying public failure? Public failure is like if someone is posting something, and if it just doesn't goes right, then if it is being criticized or something like that, so then what I'm trying to do would be like I just become a mockery in front of a crowd, which I really don't want that to happen. So in this case, if I'm thinking like that, then definitely I'm just obstructing myself from doing a better thing. It's like if just you see at Mount Everest and see, okay, I simply won't be able to climb 88548 meters, 8850 meters. If you are just looking at that height, then definitely you won't even start. So it is very very important for you to see that my first checkpoint is that 10-meter rock that is away from me. So and the second checkpoint would be 20 meters, third checkpoint would be 30 meters. Right, like it has to be like that. If you are just seeing that Mount Everest like 8850 meters in one go, then definitely it will scare you, and you won't even start. So that is what this first thing is all about. Second thing is of fear of criticism. So uh, like all of these things are interrelated, and that is why it becomes a so much big thing that people don't really even start it. People don't even really do it. So the second thing is fear of criticism. People are really they're just having this fear of not being able to like everyone wants to get accepted. Everyone is having that mentality that I just want to be get liked. So it doesn't happen like that. Even like I post content daily, so obviously I'm not an expert, or I'm not someone who's having 30-year experience. So definitely at some point of time we make mistakes. We just don't make mistakes, we are just lacking that one lesson that we get from some or the other one or some or the other day. It is never a mistake. It is always a lesson that we learn. So at that, it happens with me too. At times there are professionals who are having an experience of 20 years or something like that. They just post, they just comment on my post and they say, you just need to correct this thing. They are not criticizing me, but I just, there are a few people who just take it so personally that they are not even able to do it again. They just take it so personally. So it is really very important for you to have constructive criticism in you. Constructive criticism is one of the underrated skills that one should definitely be having, irrespective of the field, irrespective of the domain he or she is working in. Let us come to the third point. Third is fear of not being liked. So, as I've just said, all of these points are like uh, interrelated. So, fear of not being liked is a point where you'd be thinking that, okay, if someone is not liking my content, then he would just don't like me, and like if I posted this, people would just judge me. So you just are coming in your own way, and you are not like you're just not standing up to your own potential. So all of these things really matter a lot. It really matter a lot. The fourth point is of fear of your own content. And you might be thinking, okay, I am posting content. Why am I fearing my own content? It is not exactly about fear. It is about how confident are you about your content. It's like if I'm posting something on LinkedIn, it really is important for me to believe in it first, and then only then others would be able to do it. Because it's like if I'm having the confidence that I'm posting is really like whatever I'm posting is really good. If I'm having confidence in that, then it would definitely come out in the type of content that I'm posting. If I'm confident about my content, then others would be able to see that I value my content, I respect my content, I respect what I post, and what are my intentions. So over here, if someone is not uh, having that confidence that his content is really good, then he definitely won't be able to do it. It's like if someone is thinking, okay, my content is just not right, it's not just the right thing, or it just might not be the spicy thing that other people are looking for, or it just might not be the best interesting thing that they wanted to or they aspired to see today, then definitely you will not be able to do it. So these are a few things out of many that obstruct people even before they have started. Yes, now it is the best section of this session: how to build a personal brand. So I said in the starting of the session, your brand is defined by what you say and do, and what people feel. So basically, if there are technical people who are seeing it, it's basically a Venn diagram where two classes have an intersection over there, and that is your brand. And the picture itself says a lot. So how can you establish your personal brand? So it actually depends on showing online presence and how you can show your online presence. So I have said it, like I've said it a couple of times before too. So it is really very important for you to understand how you grasp it. So that is, you just won't get everything in the first go. You have to keep trying. So it's like post consistently is the best, and is the best advice, or the best is the best suggestion that I can ever give to someone when it comes to LinkedIn. Not only LinkedIn, but anywhere, be that any social media platform. Even Gary Vaynerchuk says it, that for you to uh, get viral, for you to become someone who's credited, it is really very necessary and important for you to realize that you have to post consistently. One must value the concept of compound interest, that it might just look small in the beginning, but the end is definitely gonna be worth it. So you just have to work accordingly. Second one is engage with others. So I've defined what do I mean by engagement. You have to appreciate what others are posting. It's like just because you are confident in posting what you are posting doesn't necessarily mean that the other person sitting on the other side of the table is as confident as you are. There are different cases where people are like posting just because others are posting. Someone is posting just because it is coming from within. Someone is posting because he just tried once. So it is really very important for you to encourage people who are getting into this thing, because definitely, if you are posting daily, and if you are a well established brand, then at some point of time there definitely would be an instance where people have appreciated you, have encouraged you. So you just have to uh, give that back. You have to replicate it. It is as simple as that. Engage with others, appreciate them, comment on their posts, like it, share what they are. Just hit that share button, share whatever they are doing. Third thing is appreciating the efforts that others are putting in. It is like all of these things are interrelated, like everything is interrelated. So the more appreciations you are giving, the more appreciations you will get. But the key thing that you actually have to understand is that you just don't have to fish, you just have to fish for that thing, and you just don't have to do it just because you'd get it in return. You have to do it because you have to respect what other person is doing, how much effort he is like investing into that thing. And if uh, if you just wear those spectacles, like if you just wear the spectacles where this is the mindset where you have to appreciate and be grateful, you have to be kind, then definitely success is not very far away from you. You're just a few miles away, and definitely if you're walking, then definitely you'd be able to reach it. And so you have to appreciate what others are doing. Fourth thing, be a giver. Like a few slides back, I just showed you that there was this one point in the quadrant, and that is to be helping others. So it is that in a world full of people where everyone is willing to take and not give, you have to be the one who is breaking that change. You have to be the one who is breaking that chain reaction. You have to be a giver. Just give more than what you take. Like I just showed that demographic where 99% of the people are just consuming it. But you are the one who's now not in that, who's not into that 99% crowd. You are in that 1%, and you have to act accordingly. So if you want to establish yourself as a credited brand, it is really very important for you to do things which are necessary. Be a giver, help others, engage with others, respect others. You never know what the other person is going from, and how even a smallest act of yours, smallest act of kindness of yours can simply make someone else's day. And obviously we definitely feel happy when when someone is smiling because of us. Fifth thing is try running a hashtag of your own. So it is like if I want to establish myself as a brand, or if I'm selling a product or something like that, and if I want it to be valued everywhere. So it's like uh, if I'm selling Gatorade, so it is really very important to have a Gatorade hashtag over there. It's like, because if some issue is there, or if someone is appreciating, or if someone is sharing a content about Gatorade, then definitely they'd be typing that name over there. So uh, if in future I become someone who has helped a lot of people, and they are really willing to thank me, and if they are posting it on LinkedIn, so they would definitely be writing that hashtag, like hashtag Bhavishya Pandit or hashtag Bhavishya, so that it would just be an additional thing for others to understand and for it to reach me. So they can also tag me, but there are different things. It is always like it is really good to tag people and write hashtags of the name. So try running a hashtag of your own, because it not only looks more professional, but it would actually be increasing the reach of your product. And if there is something which is related to you that you must know about your product, then it would reach much faster. Let's come on to the next point. So it is about asking me anything, that any doubts if someone is having. I know this is like the session is going on different platforms. So if you are willing to ask anything, you can just go to my LinkedIn profile if you're having something to ask. If you're seeking for consultations, if you're seeking for guidance, if you're seeking for any such thing, or if you're having any query, you can definitely go to LinkedIn, log into LinkedIn, just type Bhavishya Pandit in that search bar, and you would definitely be seeing my name popping up, and you can surely reach me out there.
Hey, thank you so much, Bhavishya Pandit. It was a great session with a very nice overview and some of the very, very important features of the LinkedIn and the common Q&A. So, before we get into more QA, Just want to remind everybody that yeah, we have these webinars going on every week. Almost except on Monday, and then today we have
Yes,
two
yes, yes.
youth
If someone is
sessions
having some questions,
at
yes, they
4
can definitely ask.
and 8:45 p.m. Today we have those youth sessions. The 4 p.m. one is about online schooling, impact of COVID, and what are the challenges and what are the solutions. And 8:45 p.m. is about thankfulness. Okay, now we'll switch to the questions. So I think I see one question. Let's see here. How frequently should one post on LinkedIn? By Chavi Arora. This is from YouTube.
So it actually depends on the kind of content that you are posting and how many followers you are having on LinkedIn. So there are these really influencing giants out there on LinkedIn who are having followers and hundred thousands of followers they're having. So and they are just promoting stuff. So it is really very important because they're having a queue of products to be promoted. So they are really posting it like 5 times a day, 10 times a day, and because they're having that an amount of follower base, their content is being replicated and being engaged by a lot of people. So it depends on the number of followers you're having, the kind of content that you are having, and the best and a really very important thing about LinkedIn or any content is like when you're a content creator is that you have to keep experimenting with the content that you are producing. So if it's like if like what I do is I just post one post a day. So I'm posting daily and only one post a day because that is how I experimented and that is how I have learned it, because that is what kind of a response I'm getting from the audience and the market, that okay, if one post is enough for me, then that is how I'd be doing it. So it is different for different kind of people. It is like if I'm posting on coding based content, then it is different. If someone is posting his motivational page that he is promoting, or like if he's a motivational speaker or he's a de-stress guru or something like that, then he can post like 3 times or 4 times a day. It depends from person to person and the kind of content that they are producing.
Sounds good. Any more questions? Raj, any comments on others?
It was a very useful talk because while we know LinkedIn is a social media and networking platform, many people don't know how to capitalize that. Okay. And from that viewpoint, how to build your personal branding, the talk was very useful and he made some very valid points on particularly that you need to be a contributor first before you can expect anything from others. Meaning you need to help others to be able to derive help from the platform was very useful. And how to post and all these tips are very useful and we will try to use them.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Sounds good. So yeah, if we don't have any other questions, then I think we are ready to conclude. So yeah, Bhavisha, you can stay back in the Zoom meeting after we are done with the live. We'll just chat for a few minutes. And yeah, so thank you again. The great audience, and Let Us Talk It is committed to create an informed and empowered community. And thank you for joining hands for this noble purpose. So you have everybody have a good one, and we'll again see you soon.